What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button. It helps it out a whole bunch. And let's jump into this week's topics. First for this week, a time and a place has been announced for Axio Fest West, the end of July, the 21st through the 23rd at Rob's Resort. If you're not familiar with this location, it's not that far from previous locations, just a little ways south on the other side of the Sacramento area, kind of. This is closer to the Rubicon Trail on the Loon Lake side. So Rob's Resort, a campground there where camping will be available, but do not call Rob's Resort to try and make reservations. They are not handling the camping. Axio will be handling the camping. So you have to wait until the actual information for Axio Fest is announced from Axio, however they're going to do that with tickets and whatnot, so that you can then book your camping. All the details still to come, but at least we have a time and a place, and camping is going to be available. So look forward to seeing a bunch of you there. I haven't been to this location before, but I've been in the area. I've had some great times crawling near there. So looking forward to seeing what this year has to offer. For you custom builders, the Vanquish F10 portal axles are now available in kit form. You can get just the front axle, just the rear axle, however you like. This is the exact same spec of build that come in the Vanquish VS410 Phoenix portal kit. So you've got machined portal gears, machined ring gear with separate 6-bolt locker. You've got the universal shafts, all the bearings, everything you need hex to hex is included with these axle kits. So again, if you have a custom chassis that you want to put these on, or if you want to pair it with a VS410 chassis and these, you can pick them up individually. Also, if you're in that same thought process, you can also now get the VFD Twin, the same transmission that comes in the VS410 Phoenix portal. You can get that separately. So you can have the dig and selectable overdrive. You can buy that whole kit. Again, a complete transmission assembly, just like the other VFD is offered, but now the VFD Twin offered that way. If you want to update one of the older versions of the VS410, here is your option. These are all available now, listed on the Vanquish website. Along with those new releases, the Incision S8E Shocks in the 80mm form, as well as a 90mm option, are available in kit form, 2 per package. And lastly, Phoenix body sets also available now. Everything in stock now. You'll start seeing these at dealers and distributors if that's where you typically buy from, or you can go to the Vanquish website directly and find them. And there's links to all of the products in the description below. Hop over there if you're needing some of those new items. This week, I want to thank Send Cut Send again for sponsoring the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the website, it's a convenient place where you can send parts of your own design to have laser cut. They offer a ton of different materials, super easy website, instant quotes. You can upload a ton of different file formats depending which way works best for you and what you're most comfortable working in. Aluminum, steels, titanium, stainless steel, acrylic, wood, all kinds of different options. They also offer bending, tapping, and powder coating now. So if you're looking to make some of your own parts and you want to contract it out super easily, prices are really reasonable also. Check them out, sendcutsend.com. Link to them in the description below. It'll let them know that I sent you. Go check them out. Last week, we talked about a couple of new Toyan rotary engines, and this week they're now teasing a V8 engine, the first one that I've seen. We've seen the Conley engines back in the day, which were a little bit larger scale, but they were more scaled down, realistic type of engine they went for. But this one, just overhead cam V8. Looks like a quad cam layout, but V8 headers, center stack style intake, pretty cool looking. Normally these are kind of just a display. It's, they run, but they usually are made to sit on a stand of some sort. But we have seen them offer the single cylinder version in a running scale type truck. And at the same time now with this V8 showing, they are showing the twin cylinder version being, pictured in a scale ladder frame type truck. 2 body options that they're teasing on that. It looks like one, the original, blazing blazer style, but now they're also showing like an FJ45-esque option. So who knows? Maybe if these do pick up any popularity for them or they see enough volume, maybe they'll throw that V8 into something. Who knows? I can't see it being, wildly used, but regardless, pretty interesting to see. So check that out. I'll link to the Toyan website. There's not a whole lot of information on these new ones yet, just some images that are popping up around the internet. So we'll have to wait a while before we see any actual pricing or anything like that. If any of you are out there looking for a deal on ESCs, we talked about the new Mamba Micro X 2 that's coming out recently, and it looks like they've got the original Mamba Micro X now on clearance. So if you've been looking to pick up one of those, these are aimed at 18 scale, but they will work with 110 scale trail trucks as long as you're not trying to do rock racing, hill climbing, things like that, as they say. But it is a censored, brushless, capable ESC, super small footprint. It's an ESC that I've used on the past on just kind of basic scale trucks. Still a very worthy ESC, but get them while they last. It says limited quantities, so stock on hand is about all you can count on. Link to those clearance deals is also in the description below. Some sad news for you hardbody fans. Loop's model is closed. Loop's made a ton of different hardbodies with different or less common configurations, but it does appear that they're closed for good now. Their most recent release was that WJ Jeep Cherokee that we talked about not so long ago, but again, closed for good, it appears. The message that was posted on their website was a little bit difficult to fully understand the reasoning. I imagine that there is a language barrier going on a little bit right there, but without any real solid information, we don't know why they closed so suddenly. It's unfortunate for a lot of hardbody model fans, especially if you liked some of the more obscure choices that they had, but news nonetheless. Tomorrow, Wednesday, will be the next episode of the Road to Scale Nationals. This week will be my update on my vehicles that are being prepared for the Scale Nationals that will be happening down in Leesburg, Alabama in just a couple of weeks. It is coming quickly. So check those out. Progress has been good. Lots to report. Should be a solid video, a lot of information to put into that one. Make sure you go check that thing out first thing tomorrow. And if you haven't already, check out the last episode. I'll link to it in the description below. And make sure you go check out all of Matt's episodes as well. I believe that we're on like 6 episodes each at this point. So it's been a long road, but the vehicles are finally starting to really come together. And on the topic of those trucks, I am looking for a new TIG welder. 110 and 220 capable. Got to have a pedal. Nice torch, AC/DC. Trying to stay reasonable with my budget. If you've got some good suggestions, let me know before I pull the trigger. And then of course, after the Scale Nationals video, Livestream Takeover every Wednesday. This is episode 106. Check that out. Matt and I, Scale Builders Guild, be discussing what's going on in the RC world. 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come join in on that conversation. But that's going to do it for this week's news topics. For this week's question, though, I had some interesting trade propositions for my Class 1 build. And that just got me thinking, what is the best or worst trade you've ever made? RC or non-RC? What's the best trade or worst trade that you've made? Could be some interesting answers here. But with that, appreciate you guys watching the Scale News Update every Tuesday. As always, thanks again for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoy these videos. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get updated. And we'll see you on the next one.